Well, hey y'all, it's Brian SLC Farms. Well, it's Saturday on the farm. It's hay time. We had 4/10 of an inch of rain last night in the field. It's sun shining. We got to get this crabgrass and millet we cut dry. Country gal's already tedded it once. We're gonna go get this Massey Ferguson hooked to the neighbor's 4-basket tedder he's letting us borrow. And yeah, go ted some hay. Fun. All right, I'm not gonna bore y'all with this too much. We got the baler hooked to the Massey from where we're installing a preservative kit on it. If you hadn't, you'll have to check that video out. But I'm gonna stick y'all right there. I'm gonna throw it on time lapse. We're gonna get this baler unhooked. All right, we're all unhooked. Just had a customer pull in, gonna help them out to get some beef. Then we're gonna check in, see how Calvin's doing, and then we're gonna head to the field, get the tedder hooked up, and get to tedding some hay. All right, we got our customer took care of, got them some beef, standing back here behind the barn. Calvin and Isaac have been working, climbed through the fence here. We, in the flood video, we had this big pile of brush that had washed up on the fence right here. They got all that moved, got all this cleaned up here, got the brush pile back up over there. I don't know if y'all can see them. Let's see here. Maybe. Figure out how to work this camera. They are way down there working on the fence. Anyways, they're putting up some new brackets that broke and all that kind of good stuff. They got the fence cleaned off back through here. Now last weekend, a week ago, Calvin worked on the areas where the animals were. Now we're working on the areas where we had them blocked off from. So they're restringing our 4 wires through here. He got a lot of this brush cut off the fence right here. We're going to be blocking the horses off from going in the back like they normally could. He's going to run me a wire straight in front of this oak tree right here. They'll go from that pole right there to this pole here and block off this back section. We got some dirt delivered last week to try to fill in and build our dike back up. We got a dozer sitting across the creek from me. It was a neighbor of mine. He passed away, I want to say it's been about 8 years ago now. And that dozer's just been sitting over in his barn. It's a Komatsu bulldozer. And we're gonna see if we can't get it running. Try to help save myself a little bit of money. So we're gonna have a video soon of a will it start. Like I say, I know it's been 8 or 9 years, but it was a good dozer when it was parked. So that's what we're gonna use to move all that dirt and fill in, but that's where they're at. We're gonna hop in the tractor and head to the field. All right, y'all, finally made it over to the field. Had a couple of things I had to take care of, dump run, customer, getting Calvin and them straightened out. Heck, it's lunchtime now. But we got over here to the field, got our bush hog that we were borrowing hooked up. The neighbor had dropped it off for us. I'm just now getting an eye on it. But I guess it had a slow leak in the tire because we've got a flat tire. But the hay is actually drying pretty good. You're gonna expect a golden color out of this millet and crabgrass and stuff regardless. It's not gonna be like a green, pretty hay like fescue or whatnot. But I checked one gauge, which I know we've gotten probably a little bit of evaporation, but it poured at the house, but here we have gotten like less than a tenth of an, right at my, the one gauge said less than a tenth. This one looks like about a tenth. So I'm gonna say somewhere around a tenth of an inch. Not very much, so that's good. No more than like a heavy dew. It's crazy, we rode over here last night while it was raining. You can see puddles on the road and whatnot, and it looks like it rained a lot. You know, you think, oh my gosh. But it really didn't. I guess by these rain gauges, I got two different ones. I guess it really didn't rain too much. So that's good news for us. Hopefully that rain will hold off. We're gonna ted it today, and then I think it will be ready to bale tomorrow, which is gonna be a Sunday. Today's the 17th of August. So tomorrow will be the 18th, but hopefully we can rake and bale tomorrow. But as y'all can see there, ain't got no air in it. It's only flat on the bottom though, so hopefully we can fix that. And this is a Bush Hog brand HT417H 4-basket tedder. I think it'll do what we need it to do, flip hay over, make sure it gets dry. So Country Gal's on the way with a air pumper upper. We'll get that tire pumped up and we'll get started. Ooh-wee, it's humid out there. I've been sitting there waiting on Country Gal for about 15 minutes or so, and tell you what, it's hot. I just didn't want to waste fuel sitting here in the tractor idling. But she just left. She brought us our handy dandy little rigid portable air compressor. This thing's a lifesaver for stuff like that. Nice and small. But we got it all hooked up. I'm gonna get going with this thing, and we'll catch y'all once we get going. Alright guys, well, been tedding for a little while, a few hours to be exact. Tedder's working good, a little slower than our 6-basket that we're used to, but it's doing the job for us. We've got one tire that's got a tube in it, and the tube seems to be leaking down on me. But I just keep checking it and pumping it up, and in the morning maybe I'll be able to go grab a tube and put in it and fix that up for the gentleman. But we're trucking right along. I had about 34 acres down on the ground, and we've got about 7.5, 8 left to ted. We're on our last field here. But I'm not going to show a lot of outside shots of the tedder, just kind of bringing y'all along on my Saturday a little bit. We've just been trying to knock stuff out. This hay actually looks real good. I think it's going to be just fine, even with that little bit of shower. We've had heavy dews every night, so all in all, I think it'll be just fine. But it's about 5:30 now, finally in the afternoon. I got finally started over here about 2 o'clock, something like that. Like I say, we got the tedder going. I'm going around the edge of the final field here now. Like I say, about 7, 8 acres. When I cut around like that little barn and stuff like that, like I did, it adds some to it. But that's going to do it on this one. Again, really appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.